I get paid to study business cycles. That's all I get paid to do. That means I know a lot about business cycles. So I think one way to think about what happened is to think about what's going on now or what happened 3 or 4 years ago in the context of what's happened before. The kind of cycle turn down we've had now, we haven't had in a long time. You almost feel sorry for policymakers. They've never seen a real whopping big financial crisis before, like happened in the Depression and many times before that. People who study business cycle turndowns that are associated with financial crises as opposed to other things typically say, well, what happens prior to the actual bust is asset price inflation, lots of leveraging, lots of debt, John was just talking about, a large trade deficit, and a general slowing of the economy. All of those things happened in the United States right before we had the big asset price bubble popping. In our case, the asset that inflated quite a bit was the real estate, the housing market, the residential housing market. And to give you an idea of how big an inflation that was, between 2000 and 2006, the average price of a house across the United States, according to the best data we have, doubled.
Number one, if there were, in your opinions, a magic bullet to fix the situations as we see them now in a short period, what would that be?
Well, we all know what the magic bullet is. It's 4% productivity growth every year for the next 20 years. And that quadruple real income in the U.S. But since I don't quite know how to do that, I've got my typical magic bullet is a little bit smaller, but one that I think is important, and that is get rid of the payroll tax. Get rid of the Social Security payroll tax right away. That's one of the worst taxes on employment out there. It's a 13% tax on employment. Employers ought not to be paying it. Workers ought not to be paying it. It should go away. Now, there have been movements in that direction, small movements in that direction recently, and I believe in the current Obama proposal, there's a suggestion that they continue it or cut some more. That's not good enough. It's got to go away.